I accepted Jesus when I was just 2 days before my 10th birthday. Everybody always talks about how they got saved and they were so excited, but I remember just being so sad. And then I think I cried about every night for the next year because I was suddenly aware of how lost my family was. Without realizing it, I was probably depressed my entire life. I remember the first time I ever remember noticing it for what it was when I think I was 9. I remember waking up and thinking, I just don't want to be awake anymore. I remember my dad had told me to just go back to England and die. Life just seemed like this black hole that I just didn't have the energy to get out of. And I remember saying it out loud to the Lord. I was like, you know what, if this is abundant life, then what's the point? And my very next thought was, but where else will I go? You know, like, I know your truth. There is nothing else beyond you. And then I picked up my Bible and I just let it fall open, and it's one of those stories of the Bible falling open to Isaiah 41. And that was the turning point for me. I read, "But you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, who I have chosen, the offspring of Abraham, my friend, you whom I took from the ends of the earth and called from its farthest corners. Sing to you, you are my servant. I have chosen you and not cast you off. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." For God to say, you know what, I chose you, and for him to tell me that he would be my God, you know, I didn't even know to ask him to be. Depression for me is like a spiral, and you can get further and further down real quick just spinning those negative thoughts, but God caught me and would catch me higher up, and my spirals wouldn't go so low. I didn't think, especially looking at my family who all struggle with depression, you don't make it out of depression. But then the Lord steps in. He's been my God and my strength and my help, and he hasn't forsaken me. No, I have 3 great kids and a stable life. I think that one of the awesome things about God is that he wastes nothing. The gift of being able to look back on people who have hurt you, on your parents, on things in life, and to be able to see how God has worked good out of those things. What Satan meant for bad, God used for good, all around. He wastes nothing. You know, from the very beginning, when I didn't know him, from being depressed when I was 9, from finally figuring out who he was and then making a mess of that, and until college, that he has been a faithful Father, that his grace is sufficient. It covers everything, that this life got messed up. We're going to live it. We're going to hopefully stay faithful to him because he's faithful to us. And then one day it'll be made right. And if I still struggle with depression, he's still faithful. I will still make it to heaven, and I will still be whole one day. But somebody is going to reap the benefit of the struggles that I have, because in my weakness, he's made great.